Jess is a tremendous force of nature.
I don't think people realise how hard Jessica works.
Jess is an absolute racer.
Talent is equally distributed, but opportunity is not. Jessica's story is a real example of that.
I came in completely blank, just a young kid showing up, just enjoying herself. Didn't know I was different. Nobody could ever imagine in their wildest dream that a woman could win a race or do this or, compete at the highest level of motorsport. I want to live my life racing cars. Le Mans is the goal. It's one of the toughest races in the world. I want to win it.
Jess was very competitive ever since I can remember. Even walking to the shops when she was like 5 or 6, I'll race you to the lamppost. I always let her win. Crikey, here we are.
Doesn't look any different. Doesn't look any different whatsoever. I was very sporty.
Skiing, football, running, anything. She just loved all sport.
Sport gave me something that sitting in a classroom didn't.
She wanted to do sport, then golf would be golf. So we came to Sandown to play golf. We were on the golf course over there, and we got a view of some race meeting going on, and I could see the golf going out the window rapidly.
You could just see like the tops of the helmets going around, and I just remember thinking, what is that? That is one of my most vivid memories. I don't know why it was so attractive to me or why I wanted to do it so badly, but here we are. I was probably a bit scared to begin with, my first ever go, but that's probably what drew me more.
And then I bought a car. I just thought, well, she loves it.
Bless him, he had no idea what he was buying, and it showed.
I think she's got a lot of talent. I mean, I saw this way back when she was like 15. My son was racing in the same race as well, and she was the only female racing. She had a bad qualifying. I think her engine failed. She went from like last to the podium. She ripped through those drivers, including my son. It was like, wow, that was super impressive.
I did everything, basically. Main sponsor, mechanic.
Counsellor, dad.
Team manager, whatever you want to call it.
Friend, enemy sometimes as well.
We just live and breathe karting.
We used to turn up in my dad's car and a trailer on the back of it. He's still got the same car, still held together by the same duct tape.
Don't let Jess near it.
Precious little thing. It must be protected at all costs, that car.
Only a couple of bits I found in the attic.
This was really early days, this was. It was this season that I won the British Championship.
Original overalls. Jess, look.
I didn't grow much.
Do you want to take these?
No, thank you.
I still had the problem of, hang on, how are we going to get to pay for all of this? We were just hanging on by the skin of our teeth, basically.
My dad had a lot to deal with, I think. He's just a normal bloke, just working 9 to 5, fixing air conditioning units. And on weekends, we'd travel the country, go and compete in some really high-level karting.
She's had to scrimp and save and find opportunities, and one minute she's racing, the next minute she's not. In karting, when she couldn't afford to go racing herself, she would then mechanic for the team.
We were just enjoying it. It just so happened that we were successful on the way.
Yeah, I didn't really expect to achieve what you achieved, in all honesty.
No. It wasn't supposed to be a career. I just was a kid enjoying the sport that they love doing, just driving around in circles. That's what I love doing. And, you know, if I came home with a trophy, that's what filled my soul. And getting up for school on Monday morning was tough, but...
I could just about afford the karting, but after that, Jess would have to make her own way.
For me, there are two types of racing drivers. There's the racing driver and there's the racer. The racer is the one that will just go out there and drive anything and do anything to get out there and race, where some others might just like the idea of racing. Jess is an absolute racer.
I was doing the mini championship, only had the budget for the first 3 races, but I won all 3 of those races, which I don't think anybody was expecting. I had a massive lead in the championship and I had the money to continue. At the same time as me trying to find the budget to finish the championship, I heard about a job that was Fast and Furious Live. Then I had a dilemma. I was leading the championship that I was in, struggling to find the money to continue. Or I've got this new job with Fast and Furious. Something was just telling me inside, take the job, because in my head I thought, even if I find the money to win this championship, if I were to go up a category the following year, it's double, triple the budget. I thought, I can't even finish the season of what I'm doing. Anyway, I took the job. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever done. So at that point, I'd left racing. There was no more racing for me. I'd found this new lease of life where I actually got paid to do what I love doing. And then I heard about a championship called W Series. I spent 3 years in W Series. I learned so much. It got me back into racing, put me in front of Aston Martin, and I had the phone call from them. And here I am today, still with Aston Martin. Absolutely love being here. Did lots of sponsor work, media work, being a champion for the team. Life in green is pretty good.
Jessica's standout achievements have been many. Being the first woman to drive an F1 car for a matter of years was really a very special moment, both for the team and for Jessica herself.
It was, as you can imagine, the best day of my life.
Seeing her drive a Formula 1 car, it was just unbelievable. I had to pinch myself, is this really happening? Am I dreaming?
I felt that's where I was supposed to be.
I just want to say, you actually don't know what it means to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Jessica's biggest contribution to the team is her passion for motorsport. Her enthusiasm is what really is infectious to everybody that meets her. She's a mentor to our F1 Academy driver. I think she can help those younger girls feel more confident.
Morning, Tina. How are you?
Very good. I think it's been a weekend with a lot of positives.
I feel like you're starting to believe in yourself a little bit more.
She's done these really amazing, groundbreaking things, but she also has a slight girl next door quality. And I think that people, when they meet her, there's a sense of, Jessica's made and achieved these things. Maybe I could do that too. And I think Jessica plays a really vital role in terms of taking that message out to people that wouldn't normally have access to either the team or to motorsport.
We partnered with Aston Martin Aramco F1 as their official AI compute platform partner. We're now 10 months in, and we're just getting started. ARM technology powers the world, from data centers to smartphones to every car on the road. Our performance, efficiency, and AI innovation have really helped Aston Martin F1 and Jessica push what's possible.
The partnership began around a shared passion for technology and how ultimately we could fuel the success of Aston Martin F1.
She fits so beautifully.
We quite quickly realised that we had another shared passion, and that was STEM and women in motorsport.
The technology and AI industry is very heavily male-dominated. there are not enough women. Same for my industry. I have a CV that looks very similar to some of the current Formula One drivers, but I think it was almost seen as, oh, she's a female, she'll never make it.
So you see this incredible sport that has so much technology and the lack of participation of diversity. And it just felt like every other day at work for me. It's what I experience on a regular basis.
We are working together to change the perception of women's roles within big organisations, within sport. Together, we are making changes.
For her to break those barriers down, is not easy because she's got to juggle both. She's got to be a pioneer in that sense, but she's got to be a racing driver at the same time. It's probably now the best time for a female to be in racing, but back in the day when Jess started, it was hard for women to really sort of establish themselves and say, no, I'm serious about racing.
For someone who came from not much, I've come a long way, and I'm pleased that, I'm still able to do the sport that I love. But then again, on the other hand, there are still things I want to achieve. The big goal is Le Mans. The big goal is Le Mans. That's where I want to be, that's where I want to race, that's where I want to thrive and succeed. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't think I could.
Why Le Mans? It is the pinnacle of sports car racing, where Jess is at the moment. I was fortunate enough to do it 18 times and won it 3 times. So I know what that journey's like. I know what it's like to stand on the podium.
It's obviously a very historic race. If I'm not working, I spend every second of my night and day watching it. It's one of the toughest races in the world. I want to win it.
In sports cars, it's a very different type of mentality. You've got teammates you've got to work with. You've got to drive the same car. You've got to work together. Physically, mentally, you have to be so well prepared leading up to it. Being in the car for potentially 3 hours, 3.5 hours. The decision-making that you have to have during that time, you have to be super sharp, super ready. It's extremely demanding. It is a really demanding environment, but a great one.
When I saw Jess for the first time, one of the first things she said, and I'll never forget this, they want me to get better at basketball without giving me a ball. Look, all the best athletes in the world, they have practiced, and there are hundreds and hundreds of hours behind the scenes we don't know about. And it's those hundreds of hours that we need to make sure she gets. Well, let's get her in a car.
Through the help of Aston Martin F1 and ARM, she's now got that fantastic opportunity to really start having proper race programs where she can reach her goal.
In my opinion, it's one of the most, if not the toughest GT championship in the world, due to sheer numbers.
75 cars or something on track.
It's not a championship for the faint-hearted.
It is a big challenge for any driver in that series because there's just so many cars.
But it's the best place for my development, and that's why we chose it.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
You okay?
Yeah, you good? I really look up to Dipsy. She really, really made an impact on me, and she really is one of the most incredible women that I've ever met. I aspire to be like her, really, just in a different area.
So how's this season going?
This season, genuinely, I think this season has probably been the hardest of my career so far. Not only is it the toughest championship I've ever raced in, we've obviously faced some difficulties with pretty much every race this year. My teammate got crashed into before I'd even set foot in the car, so that's really, really limited my seat time going into the season and during the season.
I went into the toughest championship in the world with about 5 laps under my belt. Not the ideal start. And then we go into Spa. Spa 24-hour, my first 24-hour race. It's needed. I didn't go in softly. I went in for one of the best.
You would have liked to have seen her do a lot more miles leading up to Spa, but it is what it is, and you just have to kind of deal with it.
This is a great event. I couldn't believe how many people were there. It was so busy. It was like a Formula One weekend almost, maybe even busier.
Oh my God, it's buzzing, isn't it? All the grandstands are absolutely packed. So busy down here. It's like a festival going on over there. Great vibes, great vibes. You okay?
Very passionate fans, come rain or shine. They were there supporting, and certainly won't forget Spa 24 Hours. What an honour to be driving, really.
When we found out she was going to be at Spa, absolutely, we were going to all be there in force. And we were so excited about it. And I remember having a phone call, and it was like, all of us going, what do we do? Like, let's get Jess beanie hats, and let's get Jess t-shirts, and put her little emoji on it.
To be on the track walk and see the fans and see the other drivers just casually walking there, to see the support that Jessica had as fans came up to her when we were walking around was very exciting.
I feel like I'm with a celebrity.
I just was so excited to show them my world and really showing them, look, this is it. This is what I love. This is what I do. This is what, you know, you're helping me achieve. You're helping me on my journey, and here it is.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
One of your dreams coming true.
Had a body moment.
I know.
Just a couple of months ago, nothing was happening, you know? It wouldn't be happening without you both.
Oh.
It's a very exciting one, Spa 24 Hours. I'm enjoying it, and this is, the start of a long story, I think. The main objective of this weekend, in my opinion, is to finish the race. In this 24-hour race, I will have done more driving in 24 hours than what I would have done
The whole season.
There's only 4 of us drivers that qualify. I was in the final session,
Can you check, Jess?
which was at night, pitch black,
Yeah, good check.
which is the first time I'd ever driven Spa in the dark. I couldn't believe how dark it was. But it's pitch black. You're solely relying on your headlights, and they're really bright, but also they're really bright from the people behind you.
One more lap after this.
It's absolutely incredible.
Cox. Take care for car behind you.
She felt quite comfortable straight away in the car, and her times were very fast. The team were really happy with us.
I was where I probably expected to be, and I was improving every time I got in the car, which is what I wanted, really.
You know, the mood was good leading up to the race, for sure. The big day started. 75 cars all screaming into turn 1.
We were doing really, really well. Exceeded expectations. It was my first, and I guess I was a little bit of a rookie novice, but even from just a few hours in, I was thinking, oh my God, we could podium here. We have something in GT racing called full course yellow. If a car has gone off or something's happened, you basically have a button on the steering wheel just for the full course yellow. It keeps you at 80 kph, and you'll get a call over the radio saying full course yellow in 10, 9, 8.
3, 2, 1, focus.
If you are not at the speed by then, you get a penalty. And Alexander was in car, full course yellow comes on, and he went to slow down to 80 kph, and the car behind him must have just left it way too late and just drove flat out into the back of him.
Putain, mais c'est pas possible. Il y en a un qui m'a refait dedans. Ok, Alex, box un peu. Box.
And I remember thinking, okay, that's such a shame. Like, we're definitely out of the running of a podium now. But at least, you know, we can fix it and get back out, even if we're not fighting for a podium.
Jess was all ready to go. She had her seat insert to pop in the car ready.
I could see Robin, who is my engineer, kind of talking and looking and talking, and I thought, surely not, surely not. We brought it into the garage. They started to repair it, you know, all hands on deck, the whole team jumped on it. And I remember the engineer just coming over to me, and I just knew the look on his face. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it that it happened again. You know, you're maybe unlucky once or twice of a year that, you know, your teammate crashes or something happens and you can't race, but I just felt like at the time, you know, I literally cannot catch a break this year.
I didn't even drive. This is supposed to be the turning point of the championship, really, and it's shit.
Broke my heart.
Shit happens. And we know shit happens more than anyone else, right? So
I'm sorry you came all this way.
I came to be here for you. And whether this is what it meant, then that's fine.
Our support is constant, both during the highs and the lows.
It also brought us closer to her as an individual and solidified for her our commitment, which is absolutely important.
We got another year. Yeah, as long as it takes.
The focus now is to stay engaged, do the work that she needs to do, and be ripe and ready for future opportunities. And ARM will be right there beside her.
We know there's ups and downs. Jess has definitely gone through hers, not only just at Spa, but her whole career's been up and down. And that's character building. She starts to sort of turn that into even more determination to do well.
I want to see her get the win she deserves. I think she can.
We grow up as a kid influenced by what we see. And if we can see women thriving in motorsport, that's then normal. To a generation, the kid grows up thinking that's normal. I want women to feel comfortable working in motorsport, whether that's as an engineer, as a driver, as a mechanic, as a tyre tech. They can be judgment-free, feeling welcome.
She's going to go beyond our wildest dreams.
I very much look forward to seeing that moment when she's on track for the first time at Le Mans.
I guess my ultimate goal is still the same as what it was when I first started. I want a career in motorsport. I want to pay my bills by racing cars.